Well, hey there, good people. How you doing? This is Douglas Ford coming to you out of my home here out of Houston, Texas. Appreciate you cracking over this video. Uh, guys, coming back to you again with another episode of Show and Tell, okay, as I love to do, where we start to build know, like, and trust with our CoopWallet system and our community smarter than money and also predictable cash flow mindset. And I'm going to jump right into it. I'm just going to use a couple of new friends and new guests that have just come into our community, predictable cash flow mindset. So I'm going to be using Rob Williams in this demonstration, Jessica Lowley in this demonstration, Rhonda Olin, Julia Layla, and also Jacqueline Lett, okay? But there again, guys, if I didn't call your name, you can just replace the names that I'm going to be using with you and those that you want to, have to take a look at this, because this works every time, predictably, all the time, okay? So let's get right into the information. So first off, I always like to speak from the bigger picture. And let me go here. So already understanding, folks, this is about generating and growing and building wealth for everyone that's a global partner here with our particular operation, okay? And so right here are predictably all the monies that come to each of us as we are growing this global network consciously, okay? With everyone doing 2 simple steps that everyone's only required to do 1 time, okay? So literally, the active work that everybody does brings them to $35. And that is having 3 partners that get in line after you. But you just don't want 3 partners just to get in line after you. You want 3 partners that are going to actually do the same as well. Each of them invite 3 partners to get in line after them. And folks, predictably, as everyone's doing that one-time investment of labor, okay, it is bringing all these monies in green to everyone predictably to a mathematical certainty independent of our involvement. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about people disengaging their time and effort to their income generating, okay? Because we have a principle here that cash flow is highly more valuable than just cash accumulation, okay? You want to have residual cash flow coming in for you, right? To offset your bills, monthly expenses, and overhead costs if you're an organization or a business, all right? But understand, everyone does the same one time. All digital assets after you, cash flows to you and to your inviter, yes, all. This is not requiring a consistent exchange of labor. This is a single one-time investment of labor and 3 partners duplicate 1 time. No one's required to do any more work. No one's required to involve any more people. Everyone receives instantly and residually from all digital assets after them. And folks, it's real money that comes to our wallets. It is not points. It is not credits. It is not volume. It's real money, right? So now I want to answer this question, okay? The question is, are we a pyramid? Absolutely not, ladies and gentlemen, okay? See, if only a few people benefit, it's not going to be long-term. Meaning, if only those people at the top are going to be the only ones that make money, then it's not going to be long-term. See, all accounts here scale everyone in line previous, respectively, residually, ladies and gentlemen. So the money is not coming to us 1 time. The money is engineered through our subscription-based model for everyone to receive from everybody's subscription with an account after theirs. So you're not only receiving instantly, that scales everyone in the success line, but you're also receiving that same money from those same accounts, respectively, as their subscriptions are running every 28 days, okay? And the reason that is, ladies and gentlemen, because we are a bottom-up model, a decentralized peer-to-peer environment where the money is traveling from the bottom up versus the top down that you see in a lot of the traditional pyramids like our government, corporate America, many of our spiritual infrastructures, okay? It's always a top down. And you notice the space here is very limited to where it's only going to be a few or those at the top that primarily are going to be receiving from all the work that's being done down here, okay, at the bottom. But here, ladies and gentlemen, because we are bottom up, it's not only scaling people residually, but it's scaling people where they're going over and above over the top. And with our operation, there is no saturation points, okay? There is no saturation points. So when your matrix fills every time, another matrix always continues to open up for you, independent of your involvement, continuing the scale of everybody's residual cash flow with you receiving from the same people. So you'll never hear me say that you had to invite any more people. So when you think about a Morbius loop and we're always receiving from the same people, okay, if you can just think about a merry-go-round, I always like to give a visual analogy. When you're on a merry-go-round, you're going around, isn't it the same people that's on that merry-go-round that's after you and the same people that's in front of you, you're always coming after them, right? So if you just think of everybody's residual cash flow is always being received from the same people from this day forward. All we have to do is execute the 2 steps that everybody's only doing one time, right? So let me share with you how this unfolds. So let's say Rob, okay? Rob's invited. He does his 2 steps that he's only required to do one time, okay? His 3 gets in line. Instantly, Rob is going to receive. But when Rob activated his account, okay, Rob's inviter received instantly, and all those that were in line previously, okay, Rob's inviter's inviter, their inviter, their inviter, their inviter, etc., they also received when Rob activated his account. Now, Rob is inviting his partners, and when he does that, instantly Rob is going to receive. Now, I'm going to go to the back office and show you, okay, the predictability of the program. So when Rob's partners, okay, that Rob invited, not his inviter, nor his inviter, had nothing to do with the connection of Rob inviting his partners. But when Rob's partners activated their account, not only did Rob receive, but instantly and simultaneously, money went to Rob's inviter, who did not invite Rob's partners, went to Rob's inviter's inviter, their inviter, their inviter, their inviter. Folks, those people received. Meaning, when I go back and I explain, you have to find a way to where you can disassociate your time and effort from your income generation. See, those people received independent of their time and effort. So they were able to generate more cash flow through the duplication and the mutual benefit that is provided to everyone as this thing is moving forward. So now watch this. So let's say one of Rob's partners is Jessica. Jessica only does this what? One time. She has her partners get in line after her. Jessica to instantly receive. But simultaneously, independent of time or effort from Rob and everybody else in line prior, everybody scaled in residual cash flow. Because see, everybody's doing a $28 subscription every 28 days. So when Jessica's subscription runs 13 times a year, Rob is going to be receiving from Jessica 13 times a year. Rob's partner, his inviter, is going to be receiving from Jessica 13 times a year. Of course, they're receiving also from Rob's subscription as well. Again, everybody receives respectively from all subscriptions of accounts. Okay? I see somebody pulling up in front of my house. Let me close the blinds so I won't be distracted. Everybody's receiving respectively from everybody's subscription. So not only are you receiving from the deposit of every activated account, but you're also receiving residually. So folks, money that's coming to everybody with 100% mutual benefit is coming residually. Okay? Over and over and over. Got it? So let's say one of Jessica's partners was a church. Church does a one-time execution. Now, are you seeing why no one's having to be required to do this one-time execution? Folks, that's what you want. You want to set it and forget it. So bringing in the right partners is paramount. We just don't involve anyone because there again, this is something we're doing intentionally. We're not looking for people that are, are just wanting something for nothing, right? And we're not looking for people that maybe not be looking to really have ongoing residual cash flow to offset their residual bills and expenses, okay? Or for whatever other purpose work that they want to do, right? So we got folks that are getting involved for many different reasons. Make sense? So they're doing the same thing one time. And instantly and simultaneously, as the church was doing that one-time execution, not only was money coming to them, but as money was coming to them, more money went to Jessica, more residual cash flow went to Rob and everybody else that was in line prior. Let's say one of the church members was Rhonda, okay? Miss Rhonda Olin, right? Rhonda does this one-time execution. Look what happens. 100% mutual beneficial. Rhonda instantly receives from her partners. The church did not invite Rhonda's partners. Jessica, nor Rob, nor anyone else that was in line previously invited Rhonda's partners, but look what happened. Rhonda instantly received, the church received more, Jessica received more, Rob received more, and everybody else in line previous did as well. Let's say one of Rhonda's partners was a sister. Her name was Julia, okay? Now I know Rhonda and Julia are not, related, at least I don't think they are, okay? But we're just saying, for the sake of involving family members. Folks, it's cool to invite family members involved as long as family members are going to be doing their part. We just don't want family to come in just to hold a body or just to be a spot. That's not what this is about. This is an intentional thing that we're doing, scaling this bank, the network effect, okay? And as more users are using this co-op wallet, that is increasing the global network. And what is it also doing as it's growing the global network? It's growing everyone's ongoing residual cash flow predictably, okay? So Julia does the same thing, instantly and simultaneously, scales everybody that was in line prior. Have you heard me go back to Rob, Jessica, the church, or Rhonda to do any more work or involve any more folks? No. So then Julia, let's say one of her partners is a business. Now this business could be in another city, another state, another country, okay? Business does a one-time execution, they instantly receive, instantly and simultaneously, more money went to everybody else in line prior, okay? The business, let's say one of his constituents knows someone by the name of Jacqueline that lives out in Canada, okay? Now Rob or Jessica or the church or Rhonda or Julia may not know anybody in Canada, okay? But see, the business, okay, it has connections to folks that are looking for more predictable residual cash flow to where they can get ongoing residual cash flow coming in to offset or to use to whatever their purposes for getting involved are, okay? So instantly they receive, as they do the one-time execution, everybody else in line prior was also receiving as money was coming to Jacqueline, okay? Let's say Jacqueline may knew of some people in England or Asia. See, folks, this is global. Those folks are doing a one-time execution, okay? They're going to receive, and they scale everybody else in line prior. Now, as I mentioned, there's no saturation points. So let's say in this example, Rob and Jessica's, coming through this the first time, they filled their matrix. Well, again, folks, the system opens them up another matrix. They re-enter, okay? Now, they may be coming after some people that may be coming through it for the first time, where they are coming through it again for the second, third, fourth, fifth, 10th, 100th time. See, there's infinite amount of times that this takes place, folks. It is infinite amount of times that this takes place, folks. That's what a Morbius loop system is about. See, there is no saturation in the digital world. You can't saturate residual cash flow. But money, folks, is serving its greatest purpose when money is functioning like air, when it's being facilitated to as many people as possible. That's when money is really serving its greatest purpose. Money was meant to flow, ladies and gentlemen. It was meant to flow, just like air, just like water, okay? So, Rob re-enters. He's going to continue to scale, and those that were in line previous are going to be scaling as well. Now, Jessica is going to always be coded to Rob, right? Because that's what that ID is about. It keeps you connected to the success line that you are involved with. So see, Jessica will always be connected to Rob. And whoever's connected to Jessica, the church, will always be connected to Jessica and to Rob. That is the, woo. See, it may be difficult to consume the magnitude of that because unfortunately, and I look to do my part. It's not really unfortunate. It's just we've been conditioned the MLM, meaning that MLM, it just talks about going to infinity, but there's never really no infinity because it's going to saturate out because there's only so much of the product. There's only so much of recruiting that people can do. Hence the reason why, people a lot of times go from one company to another company because their recruiting slows down and they don't have residual cash flow coming in, right? That's going to be sustainable and reliable. So it's most like, well, let me make people seem like I'm smart and say, well, I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket. When all millionaires will tell you, before I got into multiple streams of income, I had one nest egg that was producing me a significant amount of income, okay? And then I started to diversify. Not this, let me diversify with 6, 7 different companies, right? And have this saying, well, if one fall off, I still got the others. See, that's betting on the horses. Okay? But I'm not here to, I'm not here to get on my soapbox. I'm here to build know, like, and trust with this network effect, with this CoopWallet, and us receiving reliable and sustainable residual cash flow to a system, folks, okay, that has legacy long-term built in it. That's why I love to say, you don't have to take my word for it. The system performs every time. It's irrefutable. So anyway, we're not a pyramid, right? Awesome. Now, let's go in the back office here, shall we? Now I want to get into the show and tell of this thing. So it may have logged me out. Let me see. Let me refresh. Make sure I'm still logged in. I'm still logged in. Awesome. So as you guys can see, we have Rob Williams at the top here. So I'm starting this off with Rob Williams. Okay. Now I'm not going to use all the accounts in the demonstration, but you see Rob Williams already has 3525. Now that 3525 is there, folks, because I jumped ahead and I added 3 partners after Rob Williams. As you can see, I did Jessica Lowley, I did LeBron James, and I did Steph Curry just as a demonstration example of 3 accounts coming after Rob. So this is Rob partners that got in line after him that are going to be doing the same. So it's not just Rob having Steph Curry and LeBron James and Jessica open up an account, but they're going to be doing the same, right? That they're only going to be doing one time, each of them involving 3 partners that are going to be duplicating forward as well. So anyway, actually I want you to see something else while I'm here. So let me go to my cooperative, make sure Jessica was I think Jessica was the first person. Was Jessica the first? Yes, she was. Okay, she's number 1. Perfect. So watch this, folks, because a lot of people promote spillover, but in this system, there really is spillover. But we don't promote it, though, because we're not here to promote welfare and promise spillover. But I just want you to see that this is why we tell people to map out their success, okay, with our co-op build dashboard, because you can map out your success, folks, and see your money to know where everybody's money is going to be when we bring this to the live account. Okay, this is what I love about this demonstration tool, because it allows us to show us literally how this thing is going to perform and what the money is going to be, okay, each and every time, because it's predictable, right? So let's come down here. Let me add just a fourth person here. So let me do like a Michael Jordan, okay? 23 July 23rd at coopcf.com. Now this is as if Rob is inviting a fourth person. But I want you to see what it does to Jessica in this example. So I'm going to hit invite. But look what happens. So you know when Michael Jordan just activated his account, everybody that was in line previously just received money independent of their involvement. They couldn't move out of the way of the money. That's why we say it's unavoidable. Okay? But look at that. It brings Rob now to 45.75. Okay? But now I'm going to go to another window. And let's log into that Jessica account, okay, that we just created. Now, Jessica has not involved anyone, okay, in this example yet, right? But I want you to see she received spillover. And she didn't even do anything. So it says Jessica Lowly there, come down here. And she's going to have $2.50. Look at that, in her wallet. Now, if that would have happened in the live account, that would be a real $2.50. That is residual cash flow from somebody that she didn't even invite. They just fell in her business. See, folks, that's going to happen because everybody can only have just 3 partners front line. It's a 3x10 force matrix, okay, infrastructure, right? So, in essence, some people are not just bringing in 3. Some people are bringing in a little bit more, okay? But 3 is only the minimum required, okay, that everyone involves, but those 3 are doing the same, right? But I'm showing you that spillover does take place. We don't promote it, but, okay, it's a part of this. So because of that fourth person that Rob invited, they fell after Jessica, okay? And so that Michael Jordan account, because that was the fourth person Rob invited in this example. When Michael Jordan's subscription runs, that $250 is coming to Jessica from this day forward as Michael Jordan is doing his $28 subscription, okay? Now, one thing I wanted to highlight, Rob has a $28 subscription, but notice his money's at $45.75 because that's what he received from the activated accounts of those that he referred to the program. Now, as their subscriptions are running 13 times a year at this point, with the team that Rob has, that money's coming residually. So Rob knows right now, as my team sets as it is, the next month, okay, my subscription is covered. I'm not having to come out of my pocket to take care of my subscription. It's covered. But now listen, now Jessica is going to be getting her 3 that's coming her subscription because it's going to have her money to scale. But is that also going to scale Rob's money? Well, let's see. Okay, let's see. So who we got here? We're going to do Rhonda Olin. Okay. So Rhonda Olin. Okay, July 23rd at coopcf.com. So get 3 partners here. Let's do a Magic Johnson, Magic J, July 23rd at coopcf.com. Come down here. Let's do a Klay Thompson. So you guys can probably tell I'm a big basketball fan, right? July 23rd there at coopcf.com. 69108. So folks, so as we always say, when we share the money and how it unfolds, we always do it with everyone taking a week, right? But I always add, folks, the same set of circumstances could take place in an hour and it'd be the same money. So one thing that I love and that we look to show the value of this, we dictate and we control. So folks, when you're able to dictate and control the outcome that's going to be mutually beneficial to everyone, we have the control and the dictatorship to scale this bank, which is scaling the global network with there being no cycling, there being no rotations, there being no waiting on a certain number of accounts to open up before money scales everyone respectively in their success line. To me, that should be a clear picture that this is a straightforward, clear path. Folks, if you had a straightforward, clear path to $1 million that was, I don't know, a mile away, how fast would you run to it? If it's clear, you can literally run, sprint, whatever. Slingshot. Bottom line, it's straightforward and clear. So I'm using that visual analogy because everything is predictable, okay? And it's with absolute certainty that when accounts open up after everyone respectively, it's scaling us instantly. So watch what I'm saying. So I'm going to hit invite and watch what happens to Jessica. Let me bounce over here. Let me refresh on Rob and look what happened to Rob. More money. And that's what happened to Rob's inviter, Rob's inviter's inviter, their inviter, their inviter, and their inviter. Everybody just went closer to wherever their magic number is. See, we're all benefiting. So when I come back to this slide right here, hello, somebody. So first, as you saw, as accounts were opening, it was scaling everybody's residual cash flow. You're not seeing that in no pyramid. As this global network is increasing, so is it also increasing the residual cash flow of all partners respectively. With everybody just doing this right here, that money in red, which is everybody's one-time investment of labor, their one-time active work. So let's do this one more again, okay? So we're gonna go into Jessica's partners and we're gonna take Rhonda Olin and we're gonna do Rhonda Olin. Now, obviously, folks, I haven't used Magic Johnson, I haven't used Klay Thompson, and I haven't used the other partners that Rob invited. But folks, those folks are doing the same thing. And as it's duplicating and replicating forward, that's also increasing Rob and Jessica's residual cash flow respectively, okay? I'm just using one account to represent what everybody's partner is gonna do and for you guys to see the predictability that takes place. That no one has to worry if accounts open up after whoever their partners and them, everybody's money is gonna scale. Now, let's go to a third window here. All right. Now we're going to log into the Rhonda Olin account, okay? Now, guys, I do this to also provide a little training that we have to understand on social media. We're marketing in today's world, not even just social media, in today's world, it is really about establishing know, like, and trust. Okay. I'm talking about in terms of you building relationships, taking an entity and team and community and generating wealth. You're going to have to establish know, like, and trust. Those that are not doing that, okay, either through doing private meetings with their organization or opening up a Facebook community and inviting friends and you being a main vocal person within the community, okay, folks, you're not adhering to the know, like, and trust laws, and therefore, yeah, I mean, it's not going to work for you in terms of building wealth and establishing a community long term. Right? Just trying to give you some nuggets and understanding that I've sort of gained over the years, and understanding that we're in a new time now. We're not in the old Amway days when there wasn't much competition and everybody was in Amway or Mary Kay or Avon or Herbalife. Okay? There's so many opportunities out here now. What's going to separate you or your community from everybody else is establishing know, like, and trust. Pretty clear. Okay? Anyway, so we're seeing Rhonda Olin now. Again, this is about providing the predictability. Because when we had Rob's account, he had 3 partners after him. What was Rob's money? It was at 35.25. Remember that same money's, that's right here, 35. We just rounded it off, right? So pop back here to Rhonda. So let's add these, Julia Layla, July 23rd at Co-op. Now here again, guys, if I'm not using your name, you can just replace the names that I'm using and add yourself and your partners. But this is something that you want to be doing also for those that you are wanting to pique their interest to this global network and this cooperative bank, okay? So we're going to add, let's add Jacqueline as well. Jacqueline Let. Jacqueline Let. Yeah. July 23rd at coopcf.com. Again, I know this is not their real email addresses, but for these people that they're partnering with, you're going to send your email address to the person that invited you. They're going to set up your account in this fashion. So do 38943, okay? All right. No, it's just 2 people, okay? Getting one more here. Let's do, let me see, who else do we have in the community here? Let's do, there's Rhonda Olin. Let's do Alex Morgan out of Detroit, okay? Alex Morgan out of Detroit, right here. All right, so let's do Alex Morgan, July 23rd at coopcf.com. All right, so if it's predictable, ladies and gentlemen, what should be the amount of money from Rhonda's 3 partners? Folks, are y'all seeing the 35.25 that you saw with Rob? You saw a little bit more with Jessica because she had spillover, okay? And now you're seeing the predictable nature again of everybody doing the one-time execution, okay? But now, as those accounts that only Rhonda invited, so Rhonda only invited Rhonda was the one that invited Alex, Jacqueline, and Julia in this example. And Rhonda instantly received. But not only did Rhonda scale, again, this is a straightforward, clear path. Folks, this is a straightforward, clear path. Can I give a visual here? Let me give my visual here. My favorite visual. Okay. This is a straightforward, clear path, folks. All we have to do is execute, and it's just like this man walking to his wealth. But this is everybody walking. This is everybody. It's like a line of us. Okay. Let me show my other example here. I have a little fun because I like visual, because we're all visual people. So folks, it's like you are Dorothy and you're just grabbing your line, your Tin Man, and your Scarecrow, and you're just following the yellow brick road. Straightforward, clear path to your wealth of Oz, or your Oz of wealth. It is a straightforward. How? Because it's predictable. It's predictable. It's predictably gonna do what it is designed and programmed and embedded to do every time. So you cannot avoid, no one can avoid, no one can avoid their money increasing from every account opening after theirs. No one can avoid their money increasing from accounts after theirs. But again, we're not about just income generating or accumulating. You are also receiving from the subscriptions of those same accounts that have scaled you. You're receiving from them residually the same monies you received when they activated. Your only involvement was 3, with everybody doing the minimum I'm speaking of. But however many that you involved and that get involved thereafter, you are receiving from every account. And so are them, from the same people that you're receiving from. So you're at the top of your infrastructure, and everybody else thereafter will be receiving in the same fashion, okay, as well. 100% mutual benefit. So let's show you the 100% mutual benefit, because as Rhonda was receiving from her partners, let's bounce back over here to Jessica. Now, we were not in Jessica's account. We were in Rhonda's account. We were not in Rob's account. We were in Rhonda's account. So let me hit refresh on Jessica. She's on the yellow brick road to wealth, folks. Jessica can't move out of the way of the money. Let's go to Rob's account. Pop back over to Rob. See Rob Williams at the top. Let's hit refresh. Rob can't move out of the way of the money, folks. Folks, it's a straightforward, clear path. All we have to do is execute. All we have to do is execute. Okay? So, straightforward, clear path. All we have to do is execute. Right? So let me show you, as we involve our partners and what happens to everyone predictably. So, let me give you the people that you want to invite here and the mindset that we want everybody to have that gets involved. These are the 2 people that you want. They have the influence of 3 who will do the same. Let me say it again. Who have the influence of 3 who do the same. That's one. Second, or who come with the mindset, oh, this is done. Don't worry about my part. And they're even asking, can we involve more than 3? Those are the 2 people that you want to be involved. Let me share with you what happens with everybody's cash flow with those 2 types of people. So first of all, you, okay, brings you to 35. Your partners, they'll be coming to 35. Why? Because they got the mindset, or they have the influence of 3 who will do the same, or who come with the mindset, this is done, don't worry about my part. Look what's happening as this is taking place. So these guys, partner up, 35 to those people, scale, scale. So the money in green is, again, independent of anybody's involvement. Everybody's just doing their one-time execution that's bringing them the money in red, but as they are having money come to them, it's scaling everybody else in line prior. As these guys have money come to them, it's scaling everybody else in line prior. See, folks, this becomes a predictable thing. This becomes an unavoidable thing. This becomes an irrefutable thing with the right people. Ooh, let me say that again. This becomes an irrefutable thing when we involve those that have influence of 3 who do the same, or who come with the mindset, this is done. Don't worry about my part. Matter of fact, can we involve more than 3? This here is inevitable. This is inevitable. Maybe I used the wrong choice of words, irrefutable. It's irrefutable too, but this is inevitable. Because you're not just only seeing just you scale. And no one in this example had to do any more work, folks, because we are involving those that have the capacity to influence 3, who have influence of 3, who will do the same, or who come with the mindset, this is done. Don't worry about my part. Don't worry about my end. I'm getting that done. And they're not even taking a week. And I'm basing this on everybody taking 1 week that are brand new doing their one-time execution. Will scale you to a mathematical certainty to $193. And understand, as you are at $193,000 to a mathematical certainty, your partner's at $48,000. With their partners to a mathematical certainty being at $13,000. With their partners to a mathematical certainty being at $2,360. You're not going to be able to put in front of me a more straightforward, clear path project for the masses of people to be able to scale the wealth in this fashion. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Douglas Ford. It's always a plum-pleasing pleasure to bring you this kind of information. Again, I'm just sharing this to establish know, like, and trust with our cooperative community and Smarter Than Money and our culture. Get back in contact with the person that invited you. You can definitely share this video with anyone so they can really, be taken through a fine-tooth comb of just how our operation works. We like to show the bigger picture, the bird's eye view. Then we like to show the predictability, okay, and that we're not a pyramid scheme or scam, or that we don't perform like a traditional, pyramid does, like in corporate America, people's jobs, and that you see in governments and things like that, network marketing, MLM. No, folks, we have inverted it. We are a bottom-up model. You notice that everything was going from the bottom up, scaling everybody up, okay? And again, there's no saturation points with our project. Folks, as I conclude every time we come together, I just want to see you guys at the top. I look forward to each and every one of you scaling in your unavoidable everyday residual cash flow. Most importantly, I want to see each and every one of you over the top. Take care. God bless.